It's time to play Dwarf Fortress. We're going to Romtar, the Aegis land. Also, I know my mouse looks weird. I made it large so you can see where it is, okay? Because sometimes people make the Dwarf Fortress Let's Plays and all that, and you can't see where the mouse is. It's really inconvenient. Anyway, starting a fortress. Now this is a basic world. No settings were changed. It's default. There's no mods. We don't need the tutorial here, alright? Okay, now we're going to choose our origin civilization. Oh, you gotta go with the Avalanche of Jail, because that's the best name. Wait, who's the king? Or queen? Oh, it's Dudok Squeeze Stavs. Okay. Well, most of them are over here. So let's also go over here. Let's, there's a volcano. Let's go to the volcano. Oh no, it's got an aquifer. I hate an aquifer. Oh well, we'll just deal with it. And, you don't have to set that to that. I just do that because I like it. Anyway, you have arrived. After a journey from the mountain homes into the forbidding wilderness beyond, your harsh trek has finally ended. Your party of 7 is to make an outpost for the glory of all of Mordath Tuscalm. There are almost no supplies left, but with stout labor comes sustenance, whether by bolt, plow, or hook. Provide for your dwarves. You are expecting a supply caravan just before winter entombs you. But it is spring now. Enough time to delve secure lodgings, ere the beasts get hungry. A new chapter of dwarven history begins here, at this place. Mizumbumrek. Smokewhips. Strike the earth. Alright. Let's get this party started. First thing we're gonna do, dwarf. Labor. Fisher dwarf, turn that shit off. We don't need a fish and dwarf. We have all the food we need for a year, alright? Now we got 3 picks, so we need 3 miners, and we got 3 woodcutters, so we get 3 woodcutters. Now before you think that this is like a custom Embark or something and I've taken extra tools, no, you just have 3 picks and 3 axes by default. Alright, now let's see where the lava is. Well, it appears to be down here. Okay, let's turn that on. So we can see the depth of liquid. Okay, so we want to be 1 layer above. I was hoping that was fire clay. Fire clay is so good, you don't even know. Alright, is there any fire clay? Nah, it doesn't look like we're that lucky. Also doesn't look like we got any sand. There is fire clay! Oh my god, we're so lucky! You don't have to glaze these things, it just works. So we basically have infinite barrels. We have infinite barrels, and also infinite blocks. Because we can just use fire clay. It's so good, especially on a volcano map. You have no idea. It's gonna be so useful, just trust me on this. Okay. Let's go here. Yeah, somewhere about here, I think is a good spot. Let's just dig on in, alright? And we're gonna build a little spot for trade depot. Yeah, that's good enough. And then we're gonna do a little jig off here, a little hallway. Because what we don't want is monsters getting in. So we want a nice long hallway into the fort. We don't want the merchants to go too far in because they can't travel over traps. Anywho, let's plan out a fortress. Oh, we should probably also deal with wood. Let's just cut down some trees, doesn't matter what they are. Alright. Now the dwarves should be working, and they are. Fantastic. We also have papyrus. This is crazy. This is so good. Oh my god. This is a fantastic map. It's almost too good. I should almost go somewhere else where you don't get all these amazing things. Oh, something's collapsed. Well, one of them trees didn't get cut down very well, but it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Yeah, nobody got hurt, so it's fine. The honey badger? Is honey badger? What's going on? Okay, so they're in combat right now with this honey badger. who is enraged. Alright, so what we're gonna do, because we don't want anyone to, you know, die, and they're all not gonna fight it automatically, we're gonna go to dwarf, nobles, and we're going to go to militia commander, and then the fisher dwarf. And the fisher dwarf is the only dwarf who by default comes with a combat ability. Alright, and I just like to put metal armor. They don't actually grab it, but it's fine. They'll grab it eventually. And now we go attack sword, click on the badger, confirm, unpause. And now everyone will attack it. It's dead, no more problems. Alright. Where did I put the fort? Oh, there it is. Okay, I'm just gonna go like this. And we're gonna set a hotkey so now we can switch between these with the F keys. Alright. Yeah, no, there was combat. We don't need to pay attention to that stuff anymore. Okay, they're off duty, so they should resume work shortly. And we're gonna want to take a carpenter. Put that down. Sorry, you're finding out that I have a chronic cough and horrible congestion. Hopefully it doesn't ruin the video. And we're just gotta wait a little bit. Okay, and now the first things you want to make, weirdly enough, are a door, a chair, and a table. Okay? Because we need an office. We just do. Okay? Because we want a manager. And we don't want to deal with all this nonsense ourselves. Just trust me on that. Okay, I'm just gonna pause and plan out a little bit more, and I will jump back in shortly. Okay, so we've set up a kitchen area. This is where we're gonna make all of the food and stuff, and over here is where we're going to grow plants and keep the animals. Also, we are going to channel out this area, so we're gonna dig out all this dirt so that sunlight will hit these tiles and we'll be able to grow outdoor plants inside. We're going to wall off this section here, alright? So we'll be safe and sound inside the fortress, but we'll still be able to grow outdoor plants. Alright. They're taking their time a little bit. They do like... Oh, it's paused. Yeah, you're going to make that mistake a lot if you play this game. You're like, why is it taking so long? It's paused. Alright, so we've cleared out this area by just channeling all those blocks away. We're going to use remove stairs, get rid of all those ramps. Alright, and we are also going to make a stoneworker's shop. We're going to disassemble that, so it doesn't matter, but we just need some stuff first. And we've placed a farm, just to get a general sense of where I want to put the farms. Yeah, may as well. Nah. I'll figure that out later. It's not a priority. I just like to dig it out. Okay, so lava is one layer below us. We have to be quite careful. 2, 3, 4. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we can expand it probably. Pause that. See, if we go up with some staircases. Can we get to... There we go. Oh, with some staircases over to the fire clay. Alright. So we will use this area here for some furnaces and some metalworker shops. And the kiln for the clay. And we should have all of the furniture we need for the first office. For the manager. We also need an office for the bookkeeper, but that's not a priority. I just like to dig them out at the same time. Okay, paint the office, select the room, hit accept. Hit this to assign a person. It's the expedition leader. They have the manager skills. Okay, they're the adequate organizer. So set them to that. And now we can go over to our carpenter, hit work orders, and have them make 10 beds. We only need 7, but I ain't hitting add new task, make bed 7 times. And that's why we need the manager. So we can get work orders. Because ain't nobody got time for that, alright? And now we want to make specifically rhyolite blocks. Alright? And just to make things nice and pretty, I want to seal this in. So blocks, right? You get 1 stone. And then it, once you make the blocks, it makes 4. So for each one of these, we're going to get 4. And this allanite stuff, we're also going to turn that into blocks and use that to create the workstations and furnaces because it is lava-proof. Always make sure to check if the rock is lava-proof. Allanite and obsidian and iron and all that good stuff is... Well, like, allanite, obsidian, like iron bars are all lava-proof, and those are pretty common, so usually you'll end up using that stuff. If you don't use lava-proof rock, it will melt. And that's a lot of fun, alright? So we're going to construct some walls just right here with the blocks. Construct the wall again with the blocks. Construct wall. And then we're going to keep building after placement because I want to stop clicking on that. Rhyolite. Rhyolite. And do we have enough? There we go. So now they're going to seal that in. We didn't need to put these here. Creatures can't get in from, like, below. But I like to put them there. It's pretty. Alright, so they're gonna seal that all off, and then we'll be good. This is a rambutan tree, so I think that actually drops fruit. But whatever, we won't need to deal with that quite yet. I'll show you how to do that later. Okay. Okay, maybe I went a little bit too far with the fire clay thing. We only need to go that far, but it's whatever. We'll just make a clay gathering spot at the end. The dwarves will get the steps in. It's not optimal, but it's for their health. Climbing all of these stairs and then walking all the way to the end of the hallway. It's good for the heart, okay? Alright. Now it's time for the sketchy part. Digging into the lava. And we want to go down. And there we go. And we're also going to need to make a garbage dump right there. Because we don't want things to get destroyed by the lava or stay in the lava forever and be annoying and ugly. There we go. Now we're going to assign these as assigned for dumping, and they will take it to the garbage. Eventually. Okay, you done with the beds? They are. Okay, cool. I think my puppy dog is barking. 1 second. Okay, she should quiet down a little bit. Hopefully. Anyway, get rid of all that stuff. We don't want that in there. Now I'm actually going to try something new. I don't usually do this, but I'm going to try it this time. Because it works when you're making a well. So it might work. Or it might get somebody killed. So, it really depends on the speed. Anyway, we're going to take this, we're going to smooth a rough wall. We're going to smooth that piece of obsidian. Alright. And as you can see, they've dropped all that stuff in the garbage. And we still want it to be used, so we're going to unforbid it. Alright? Alright, and then we want, once they're done doing this stuff, cutting down that tree. So what we're going to do is we're going to carve a fortification into here. And then if the dwarf can make it over here and escape before the lava rushes inside and incinerates them, we're going to classify that as a win. Alright, and we're going to make some allanite blocks. Alright. I really wish I'd been paying attention. That's ridiculous. Anyway. Did they cancel that job? No. Alright. Now this is not necessarily the right order to do this. But, like, it's fine. It's fine. I do notice there's a cat, though, and the cat will probably die. So we're going to put a meeting area over here. Which is not pen pasture. Which is not an animal pen. But the animals will just kind of go to meeting areas for some reason. Why they do that? No. But I'm thankful for it. Okay. Now for this sketchy part. Pray for the dwarf who carves the fortification. Come on. Come on, somebody. What are you guys doing? Oh, they're constructing buildings. How dare they do what I told them to do? Oh, here we go. Now, water, they can escape from. Okay, so lava they can't escape from. This is called a lesson, and we've learned it together. And now we're down to 6 dwarfs. Such is life. But anyway, we want to put a fortification in the wall, or some kind of bars, because there are magma crabs. And we don't want them coming into the fortress. And like the fortification does stop things from getting into the fortress. Anyway, let's just smooth out some spots for workstation stuff, because we don't want to have ugly floors. That's unacceptable. Alright, let's do farming. Do one there and one there. Okay, workshops, furnace. I'm gonna put a magma kiln right there. Elenite blocks. Okay, we want to build. Let me just pause this. Okay. That's. We need to expand this. Sorry, I'm just thinking, because I want to have a tavern, but I also want to have a food stockpile. Let's just do this then. Yeah, that'll work. And then past here, we're going to do bedrooms. Because we want them to be happy and not sad. Alright, and then over here we can do normal workshops. 2, 3, 4. Like a 2. I like the little 2 hallways. I just think it looks pretty. Alright. And one more for good luck. And also a stockpile. And we can get rid of that. We do want a barracks, so let's put this here. Doesn't have to be big. We'll use that as a dormitory for now, so they stop complaining that they're sleeping on the ground. Anyway, so we can make all of these things. We can make an infinite amount, basically. Above here, we can't make these. These require other things. Oh, it was the militia captain who decided to do the magma thing. Their sacrifice will always be remembered, and we're going to remember them by making a rock slab out of... Let's go orthoclase. That's a pretty stone. And you know what? We should probably, now that we're at this, we may as well dig one up and create a temple. And then off to this side, we'll also create a graveyard. Yeah. Yeah, that sounds good. Alright, magma smelter. We're gonna need a ton of these. Okay. Alright, now that they're done that, you can move the stone worker over here. And you can see they've disassembled that. We do want them to build the dormitory first. We're just going to increase the priority of that mining job. So now they're doing that first. As you can see, there's 1 to 7. Now we're going to put down some furniture, bed, closest material. It's just going to pick all of them, basically. 4, 5, 6, 7. We're going to go to zones, dormitory. And that's done. So now they'll move the beds over here and they'll sleep in here. And they won't be happy about it. They hate to share a dormitory. But they hate to sleep on the floor even more. Okay, so we can put the carpenter. Nope. That did not use a block, that used something close by. Okay, so the good thing about magma, right, is we do not require fuel. We don't need fuel for any of this now. So we can smelt infinite ore, basically. The only problem is there's probably not any fluxstone on this map, so we won't be able to make steel, usually. Oh, we can get it from trade caravans though, so there's that. Anyway, I'm gonna jump back in when they're done digging. Okay, they've actually finished the orthoclase slab. So we're gonna add a new task, engrave slab. And we're gonna engrave a memorial for Vabok Boon Risen. I don't know how to speak that, but we're gonna make a little memorial for Vabok. And we're also gonna just smooth that out. They don't want to have their headstone on a unsmooth piece of rock. Are they done? Yes, they are. Okay, cool. Furniture, slab, place, and then click the specific one. And like, it took a while before we lost that guy. Like, that was a pretty early death. Not that it matters. There'll be more. There will be so many more. Alright, let's make 10 tables, 10 chairs, and 10 doors. Just out of wood. Because, well, we have quite a lot of wood. Although if we use too much wood, the elves will get mad at us. Also, most of our supplies are still at the wagon. But that doesn't matter. This isn't like a haunted biome or anything sinister, so we'll probably be fine. Ooh, it's summertime. That's wonderful. Okay, we're gonna smooth out this. And we have quite a few copper bars, which is nice. Alright. We'll probably also... Okay, but we can't dig down there specifically on account of the lava. I wasn't paying attention when I built that. Oh well, whatever. It doesn't matter. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. Just a little bit ugly. Who cares about that? Anyway, so... Magma Forge. I care so much about that. I'm so mad at myself for messing that up, but whatever. It's fine. Okay. So let's just smooth out this stuff. We don't really... Actually, no. There's dirt on the ground. I don't like a dirt in my... I don't like the dirt in my cavern. Tavern. My gosh. Let's just do... Yeah. And then this can be... Yeah. That'll be pretty when it's done, trust me. Okay. They diggin'. Things are digging. We're gonna go meeting area. And we're gonna make that a temple to no specific deity. Yeah. The youth of risks the temple. To no one in particular. Alright, and for farming... Honestly, we're kind of set. We don't really need to worry about it. At the moment, at least. Okay, crafts. Oh yeah, we need more blocks. Rhyolite, do forever. Blocks. Allanite, do forever. Okay, cool. I hope people are able to follow along with this. It's probably not the best tutorial. It's probably fine. Okay. I'm going pretty slow. I think. Okay. So, the metalsmith. Most of the time, you make these things in, the Craftwork workshop, but I like to make... Okay, so we want a copper goblet. Okay, we do not want 10. I believe each goblet makes 3? So if we let's just make 3. Okay, they're digging everything out. Things are going quite well. Wait, is that silver? Okay, 20% chance of silver. Let's get rid of this then. And let us smelt some tetrahedrite. And if we're lucky, we'll get some silver. We can make silver goblets. And then they'll be happy. Maybe. It kind of depends. Oh, native silver wall. That works even better. We're going to auto do that. We're going to hit 1. Dig that stuff out. This is fantastic. Alright. Yeah, you don't need to do that. You need to be smelting native silver ore. Let's do that. And they are going to dig this out. So we do want to seal that off when they're done. Because otherwise, flying monsters will swoop and then kill everyone. Also, in case I neglected to explain, my mouse looks like this because I wanted you to be able to see where it was. Not because it's a personal preference of mine. I think it's quite ugly, but, you know, it's also kind of appropriate. Alright. We're gonna go furniture, table. I'm gonna put down some tables. Put down some chairs. And then we're gonna set this meeting area right here. And that is going to be a tavern. And for now, we're just gonna put citizens only. Because we don't need 20 people coming into the fortress and then eating all of our food and drinking all of our drinks. We're not ready for that yet. Alright, this is silly. We don't need that much space for a graveyard. Where's the third miner? Don't construct a building, only mine. You have too much work for that. I mean, why are these animals starving to death? Let's throw them in a pen. And maybe they'll stop complaining. Okay, now dwarves will drag them into this area. We might need to extend this a little bit. It's fine. Once we break into the caves, this whole area will be filled with moss and they won't starve as much. God, I hate moss. It's so ugly. It's so ugly. Alright, we want to make a chest as well. We want to make it urgently. Okay. And let's make real big bedrooms for our delightful dwarves. 3, 4... Yeah, it's 5, okay. And here's the thing I always do is I accidentally keep all the mining on 1, which is a bad habit and need to stop doing it. Ooh, we got some migrants. How many did we get? We got a child. A child and a parent? Where's your parents? Okay. Oh. You might need to hit the caves. We might need to just hit up the caves, so let us go down as far as we want to go. This is why you want a mouse that has one of those adjustable scroll wheels where it can either click or zoom, because this game's got a lot of scroll into it. Alright, so we want to close that off. We want to do Riley blocks. Riley blocks. And I could put one here, but then monsters will get in diagonal. They can pass through diagonals. So can your dwarves, but yeah. Alright, now we want to make silver goblets. And let's just make 3. Alright, and by now they should have created that chest. And let us edit this so it looks pretty. And remove it here so they don't just hang out in the doors. Alright, now over here we should have enough doors and okay, I guess we don't have enough doors. Whatever, it's fine. I'm gonna make 10 more beds and more doors. Yeah, that sounds good. Because I kind of want to leave these just for now. We'll move him into the hospital later. For now, we can just leave it like that. Alright, now we need to make a stockpile. Because all of our stuff is still over here. And it needs to be in here. So we're just gonna drag, accept, hit all. And if we want to, we can make a wheelbarrow. It's 2 wheelbarrows maybe. 2 wheelbarrows, and then we set this to here, and they use 2 more. So that makes them move things faster. Now I'm gonna jump back in when things have made a little bit of progress. Actually, I almost forgot, in the stockpile settings, we want to go to custom, turn off bars and blocks, and turn off stones. We don't need them moving all of these stones into here. We want them to be moving this stuff. We don't want them to be moving all of this stuff and all of the blocks. That would be a hassle. Okay, now we got silver goblets, and we have... We make copper goblets that quickly? That's crazy. Anyway, they always want goblets because they don't like drinking just out of a barrel, understandably. Okay, do we have more doors yet? Okay, wait. Yeah, I'm just gonna come back when things are made. I'll be right back. Alright, while they're digging things out and trying to find the caves, we're gonna go up here, and we're going to go to other objects, silver, and it should be crafts. And we're gonna have them do that, because it is late summer, and it is almost time to get the merchants. We're also filling in this area with some rhyolite stone, because I can't abide a clay floor or a dirt floor. I simply cannot. It has to look pretty. It has to be smooth, or it has to look pretty. Anyway, we're also, so that's done. R.I.P. Anyway. Yeah, they're moving things. We're also going to make a stockpile over here. It's going to be the food stockpile. And you can just get food. Then we go over here, custom. We turn off food. Because we want this to be close to the kitchen and the tavern. Because that is best practice. Fantastic. Then we hit this button to go to the deepest location. I hate when I end up above water. Oh, well, whatever. Okay, we're gonna hit erase job and then... Wait, how far down did we go? We had to go to elevation negative 108? That's insane. No, well. Oh, you're going to go over here. Yeah. Just above that. And then we're going to go down. Actually, we're not going to do that yet. We're just going to do this so we can clear this off. We don't need that. Although, we do need a well. We do need a well. Okay. Alright, give me a second. I'm not gonna do the well. I'll do the well next time. Anyway, so, as you can see, horrible moss is spreading throughout our fortress. And it will go everywhere. Including up here. Because why not? Right? Ah, God, I hate moss. I hate it so much. It's so ugly and it gets everywhere and it's awful. I mean, it's fantastic. It keeps your animals alive and all that, but still, it's... Yeah. I don't like it. Alright, we can increase the pen pasture over there. So now they'll be able to eat grass and moss. Okay. Okay. Doors. I probably lost to everyone and no one's watching anymore, but whatever, it's fine. We're gonna put some beds. Alright, and now from that, we can just go bedroom, multi, highlight, and make 4 bedrooms. So now we got 4 bedrooms. They need to put the beds there before they can really use them, but now they got 4 bedrooms. Oh, we could get rid of that. Oh, we already are. Good to know. I wonder how long it's been. I have no idea. But you know what? I'm just gonna go until we get to, trading. And we got quite a few, silver crafts. And we want to know how much they are worth. So we're gonna go nobles, we're gonna broker. And the expedition leader is the best one at it, so I'm gonna assign them. And now we should be able to see the value. And it's gonna be harder. I think I selected harder difficulty in terms of economy. Anyway, let's get rid of these. It's because it's ugly. Let's harvest that papyrus. Papyrus is good because you can just turn it into sheets of paper, just like instantly, which is fantastic. Because normally the paper making industry is a hassle. But we could have so many books, we could make a fantastic library. We've got a lot of stuff. Okay, cool. And then, do we have more stuff to smelt? Zinc, okay. Silver wall, there we go. Let's auto that. Auto will mine the... It'll automatically mine the important stuff. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna pause it and come back when things have been done. This time for real. Okay, as you can see, we're running very low on drink. So we're going to go to workshops, farming, and still. Slap that down there. Also put some rally blocks up there. Yeah, so we're gonna still. And someone will hopefully make one. And we are also going to go gather plants. And just gather all these plants. Because, I can't recall if we have any, like, actual plants to eat. We should also probably put some plump helmets in the cave farm plot. This is an above ground farm plot. This is the cave, farm plot. Also, we put down some more tables and chairs in the tavern. Not super necessary at this point, but whatever. Door. There we go. Furniture. Doot, doot, doot. Would have been so satisfying if that was done. But whatever. Wait, are we out of wood? Oh no, we're out of silver. Okay. That we still got tons of wood. Okay. Now we go to still. We actually go to still, and we're brew drink from plant. And we want to do that if the amount of drinks available is less than 10. And we are going to make 20 drinks. Okay. We're also going to set them to collect clay. I thought I heard the notification sound effect. I'm losing my mind. The dog is barking again. She clearly has concerns. My God! These animals are eating so much food so quickly. What is going on with that? Do we need stray buffaloes? I don't think we do. Wait, no. I like to make everything nice with blocks. And we're just gonna... Oh. The supply caravan! The supply caravan from the Avalanche Jail is a welcome sight. Their eyes are alight with the anticipation of inspecting the splendid products of your industrious craft dwarf. And for once we have it with all those silver things. It probably doesn't mean the difference between life and death. They never have anything good. Oh no, they haven't constructed that yet! Okay, well we good. Stop doing this. Stop doing that. We have more important things to do. How long has it been since I told you to build that? Okay. Stop making blocks. You don't need to do that right now. Diplomacy. Okay. Our outpost liaison is Sigon Toulon Olatar. Okay. Ooh, we got rumors. Much to share. Okay. And what do we want? Well, we can get basically everything ourselves, but instruments are annoying. So let's have them bring instruments. And they need pearl ash. Well, that's too damn bad. That's too much of a hassle. Come on, guys. Come on. Somebody needs to build this stupid trade depot. I swear, if they leave before we can get that done, I'm gonna be mad. They probably won't. They hang around for like a month or something. Ooh, look at all those plants. Yeah, we're back up to 30 drinks. Just like that. And because of the work order, we'll never ever have to worry about it. So long as the population doesn't drink 30 drinks and like instantly. Wait, what? You deconstruct? No! Build it. Gosh dang. I don't think you need to make it 3 wide. But like, as you become more prosperous, the trade caravans do get bigger. I think they do have wagons that are 3 wide, actually. Ooh, migrants. Fantastic. It's more children. Actually, that's great. They just carry things. We love a child labor. My god, please. They are taking their sweet time with that. Okay. We're gonna move some goods. Silver. Can we just type in silver? Yes, we can. Silver crowns, silver earrings, silver figurines, silver not the goblets, we want to keep the goblets. Rings, scepters, and we're going to keep the stone. And we need the broker at the depot. So the dwarves are going to bring all of those delightful silver crafts. And the merchants should be showing up shortly. There they are. And there we go. Once they unload their goods, we will be ready to trade. And then after that, I'll stop this because it's been a while. Anyway, God, I swear, if I stop this recording and the sound is bad, I'm gonna lose my mind, and I'm gonna give up on this entirely. All right, so we're still waiting on 12 items, and we do. A legendary leather worker? I have a legendary leather worker? Oh, that's kind of sealed the fate of these guys, but whatever. Okay. It should be. There we go. Alright, let's sell all this stuff. Or at least select it. Just close. We don't need to see the details of this. Okay. So their profit right now is ridiculous. And we don't want to let them just have that. Okay. Let's take that. An instrument, another water buffalo, a guinea hen, why not? Ooh, it's a female guinea hen. We can get eggs from that. That's fantastic. Silver warhammers are really good because silver's heavy. Although we don't really need it. You don't really need any armor either, but it's fine. That'll save us a little bit of work in the future, so why not? Oh, we have a legendary leather worker, so let's grab all these leather bins. Okay, may as well get another anvil just to save some time. Grab some food. Some thread and yarn. There's no weird cheese. Sometimes you get weird cheese. Oh, let's get this and this, just because it's nice to have. And let's get a couple copies of books. Just for fun, because we want to make a library. Alright, and they're still making a profit, so they will accept the trade. And now we're good. We don't need the trader at the depot anymore, and we are prepared to be entombed by winter. Anyway, let's save this and be done. Alright, hopefully this recording is good.